guys, welcome back to Bullhornbeach. So today, continuing the series on budget bushcraft, I want to talk about some tarps, okay? Tarps, you can spend a lot of freaking money on tarps, or you can go really on the cheap, and they all basically do the same thing, okay? I've got one here. This is like an outdoor green, pine green, and on the inside of it, it's got this reflective material. Now that material comes in handy if you're setting up like a super shelter. If you don't know what that is, you can Google that. But you set that up, you hang this behind you, you lay your sleeping mat out on the ground and build a fire right in front of it, and it will reflect that heat down on you. And if you put a painter's tarp over the front of you, it might get burned a little bit, but it'll act like a greenhouse inside there, and it'll trap the heat in. It stays really warm. This one I got for 20 bucks, okay? I think it was on sale when I bought it, and I've seen them online that they run anywhere from $27 to $33 right now. Still not expensive, but you know, not a bad option, okay? Everybody has seen these tarps, okay? You go to Harbor Freight, and these blue tarps, you can get a 5'6" by 7'6" tarp, literally, for 3 bucks, okay? I mean, you can't get much cheaper than that for a tarp. If you want to go a little larger, they'll cost a little bit more, but they're still very inexpensive. And these tarps work just fine. I've done a few videos with shelters on these type of tarps, and they do well. I do know that Harbor Freight sells a tarp that is a 9 foot by 9 foot, which is roughly like a 3 by 3 meters. The guys in England use those a lot. And it's 13 bucks. I've been thinking about getting one of those. It gives you a better cover area, especially if you're using a hammock. You've got a lot more coverage with those. One quick note on tarps. Some of them come with grommets, some of them come with tie-outs. The tie-outs are typically better than the grommets because the grommets have a tendency to tear out. That little green tarp I've got, the first time I used it, the grommets tore out of it because they weren't reinforced very well. Some tarps that you buy will have reinforcement on the corners along with that, and that's a little bit better. But if you can get the tie-outs, I think those are probably preferred by most people. And going along with tarps, another thing you can get is paracord. Most bushcrafters carry paracord out in the woods with them. Parachute cord, the 550 cord specifically is what most of them like to get. You can go on eBay and pick up a 50-foot roll of paracord for literally $6, okay? You can probably find it somewhere in a local department store for around that same price, but it's not expensive. It wasn't worth making a whole video on paracord just by itself. Basically, if you've got rope enough to string up your tarp, which I would say takes about 20 feet, depending on your location and you know what kind of land you're working in. Out here where I'm at, I got trees everywhere, so tying up is not a problem. If you've got a good 20 foot of paracord, you can hang your tarp up, and then you can also, you know, cut the ends of it off and put a couple of pegs in the ground to hold the backside of it down. So there's a couple of decent options for tarps, guys. Anywhere from 3 bucks to, let's say, 35 bucks. You can get a decent tarp and go out in the woods and build a shelter out of it. Thanks, guys, for watching here at Bullhornbeach. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the button down there, man. And until the next time, get out in the woods.